Right, hello YouTube. Sorry, I'm a little late tonight. Things have been a bit disorganised. Had a few problems with the connection again, by the looks of things. It's looking a little better than last week, but not by much. So hopefully we don't have to cancel this one. We did have a good stream 2 weeks ago, and it was a shame. Last week we had to cancel the stream because I just could not get a stable connection. It's not looking a whole lot better right now, but we'll persist and see if it works this week. We've had a big week in Illuvium. So there was a arena update, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure they were heavy-handed enough with the balances they've made. There's been a lot of outcry on the Revenant, Empath, Gorilla, Dust builds, which are just really horrible to face. And I called this out a month ago, and it's taken them a good month to come up with a balance patch, and I still don't think they've fixed the problem. But we'll have a quick look at the patch notes, and I'll give you my opinion as we go through. So we've got XP gain on round loss, which is really nice, especially if you're in Ascendant or playing against players that always kick your ass. Nice to be able to get a little bit of XP. I'm just worried that might be abused, like by bots. You could bot some matches and then, just rack up XP that way. Although, I don't know. I can't see it being a big issue right now, but maybe in the future. They've increased the round time for Ascendant. Don't think that matters because no one's playing it. Abysmal Basin Battleboard fix. So if you ever had a match where your frame rate dropped to below 8 and it was really hard to play, it's probably because of the bug in the Abysmal Basin. Apparently that's been fixed, although I have seen some players complaining about it in the Discord still, so maybe they haven't fully fixed it. Alright, and we've got the important stuff, the balance changes. So they've increased energy generation from water synergy. I don't have a problem with that, that's fine. Increased critical chance from rogues, that's fine. Attack damage increased for fire. That seemed completely unnecessary. Fire was already really strong. In fact, some of the best Revenant builds I saw were using 5 fire alluvials just to really boost that starting attack damage, which was then abused by the Revenant bug. So that would, well, it wasn't a bug, but the Revenant feature, which increased your attack damage. So the higher your attack damage, the more it increased your attack damage. So that's going to stack even higher. That's not good. Scion increased. I guess that's a good thing. Empath, they have knocked 4% off the shield generation, which is one of the major issues. I think that needs to be, like, you can have 3, then 6%. That's fine. And then maybe 10% would be better for empaths, and then knock it down to 14% or even 12% for 5 empaths. 20% is just way too much. Reduced attack speed for fighters. That seems unnecessary. I don't think fighters were a big problem. Air resist reduced. I don't think that's a problem, but because Scions are so weak, air seemed very strong versus them, but they weren't strong against anything else, so I don't know. I don't think that really matters. Maybe it helps Scions a little bit, so maybe that's cool. Tsunami gets even more energy. See, all those buffs and nerfs, maybe that works in Scion's favour, because they all tend to be water, tsunami, weak against air. So maybe all those combined will make Scions a little bit more stronger. Vanguard was already pretty strong. They've buffed that, made it even stronger. Not that I saw many people using Vanguard. Inferno definitely needed a buff. Probably could have used more than that. I still think Inferno is fundamentally broken. Like, first 10 seconds of the game and then it's over. That sucks. It needs to be really good. Steam's been buffed. Yeah, that's fine. Arcanite's been buffed. That's fine. Verdant healing. That's fine. I think Verdant needs a bit of a whole ground up rebuild. Like if your Verdant alluvials die before the first 10 seconds are up, you don't even get the buff at all. It just doesn't pop at all. So that's a little disappointing the way that's working. Phantom, that's fine. Spore's been nerfed. I think Spore could have been left alone if they fixed the other problems with Revenant and Empath. Mud, I don't know why they touched that. No one's playing Mud. Enchanter, they nerfed Enchanter and it's terrible. So I think that should have been swapped to a percentage-based damage rather than a flat damage. Shock's been nerfed. That wasn't too strong, so I don't know why they nerfed that. Here's a big one. The Revenant did cop a really big nerf, so they've reduced the numbers quite a lot. Is it enough? Probably not. Could be 5%, 10%, and like 16%. That might be a bit better. Templar, yeah, understandable. That was very strong. A little buff there. I think it's still very useful. Dust. That's yeah, still not enough. It's just a broken synergy. It needs to be completely rethought about. I think the blind and the silence is too much. Bloom, nerf. That didn't seem to need a nerf. It's only a minor tweak. Wildfire, I don't think that was a problem. They probably could have left that alone as well. And drone augments, a few different solid starts been changed. That's probably decent. Anyway, I mean, there was a really good conversation with the devs in the chat after the patch dropped, and they do seem to be keeping an eye on things. So once we get some games in, hopefully we'll be able to tell. So that's it. We're gonna play a few games and test out this patch and see what's strong and what's not. But I'll go through my strategy first, because we just had a big thing happen in the Illuvium Beyond space, which I don't generally tend to play. I'm not a big fan of Beyond, but they did get me this time. I think I bought about 18 of the, what do they call them? The Beyond discs. And I had a little bit of success opening those discs. Usually I only buy 5 or 10 discs, but I splurged a little bit on this one. And then they announced that they're halving the price of the discs, and anyone who's already bought them will receive new copies of all the discs. So I've got like 18 or 20 discs to open. So I'm going to do that on stream before we get started. See if we can find something cool. And then I decided, because I'm on the leaderboard for Beyond, I'm just going to put that. I'm not going to take the ILV rewards for that. I'm going to take fuel rewards. And what we'll do is we'll buy a couple of discs with those fuel rewards every week and open them on stream, just for a bit of fun. So let's go to the Open Discs tab and open all these discs. I'm not going to spend ages doing this, so we'll open them in bulk as much as we can. Let's have a look here. How do we do this? Beyond Open Discs. Here we go. So we'll start with the small discs and then we'll do the mega discs. How many can we load at once? Oh, we'll do 5 at once. That way we're not here all night. See if we can get something good. And any rewards we get from sleeving these things, we'll put back into opening more discs every week. Okay. Should I unmute it? Why not? Appearing Fire Volante and a Chuko with a pretty cool background. So if we do get any new players watching the stream and you don't have a Luvatar for your profile picture, hit me up. I will send you any extras I've got. You just got to send me your wallet address on the Discord. That's quite loud. Let's turn that down a bit. Alright, so we got a Arcane Terralinx. Nothing too exciting so far. A Snide Toriu with a pretty cool background. Iridescent bandana. Dissatisfied Chukarul. Okay. See, this is why I don't like Beyond. It's just luck based, and yeah, usually it just leads to disappointment. But they did get me this time. All right, let's load another 5. But it has been quite popular. There have been plenty of people playing. Well, apparently that's a really good accessory. Nothing else too exciting. Lots of lynxes. Suave Virtuous Lynx. I don't think I got that one. And I guess the more you get, the higher I'll be on the leaderboards, and the more discs I can open every week with the rewards. I think that's identical. Yeah, they're identical. So there you go. There's one I can either burn or give away to someone. Surfer Dude, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. We're opening some bulk discs this week because they've halved the price of the discs and sent everyone copies of the discs they've already bought. So we've got a few extra discs to open. Oh, that's cool. Virtuous Lynx, hollow. That's actually useful. I could use that one. Oh, that's a cool rotor. Lots of rotors. Alright, we got 6 basic discs left. Let's open them all at once. Yeah, connection's not great tonight, so hopefully we have a little more luck than last week. I wish it told you which ones you've got and which ones you don't, because I really don't know. Smirk Nimble Hydralinx. Last regular disc. Oh, there we go. We got a Pleased Vermino. All right, let's load these mega discs. I think I've only got 2. We'll do them one at a time. Drum roll. Sorry, Surfer Dude. I wasn't even playing Beyond back when Ramfire came out, so I definitely don't have a holo Ramfire Illuvitar. Would be nice though. Some neon glasses. We got 2 purples here. These could be good. There's one I don't have. A null. Cool. And a twine as well. Very cool. Alright, last disc, then we'll get to the game. Alright, last one. Purple and green. What do we got? Mamu. Don't have that one. And another Lynx. Okay, so some mixed results there. That'll probably run me up the leaderboard a little bit, which will allow me to buy new discs every week. And we might even use some of the rewards to buy the XP booster for Gauntlet. So let's fire up Gauntlet. Like I said, I was a little disorganized tonight, so hopefully we don't have any problems. Just bear with me a sec. I haven't turned on the game yet. We have had a few problems with games not starting and going into endless queues again. So sometimes you've got to restart the whole computer in order to find a game. Hopefully we don't have to do that because that'll ruin the stream. Okay. Everything should be working now. Let's queue up. I've been trying to run a Templar fire build lately, which has been pretty fun. Pretty competitive. It was getting its ass kicked by the Revenant Dust builds that were out there, but I haven't tried a lot of it with the new patch, so hopefully it works pretty good. Fire up some music.
I don't wanna just get by in life before we die.
This is IXO music with a drum and bass mix.
No chances to revive. Days are slip away sometimes when pressure holds too tight. Only I can make up my mind and override the fight. I've been patient, waiting for an answer, contemplating.
If you do want to keep an eye on what's happening in Illuvium at the moment, especially when it comes to Gauntlet, there is a website called rattydata.com, and since Richard has discontinued his King's website, you can get most of the same data on rattydata.com. You'll see how many games are going, and he's even got a he's got a marketplace. He's got batch transfers for your alluvials. He's got bonding for alluvatars. All kinds of cool stuff. Check it out, raddydata.com. He's doing a great job. And you can see the Illuvium lobbies and how many games are going at once, which is very handy information. And like I said, if you are new, hit me up on the Discord. My name is Drach'Nyen, and I will send you a Illuvatar if you don't have one. So you just got to send me your passport wallet, and I'll send you one of the extras I've got. Yeah, Surfer Dude, I think everyone gets sick of opening lynxes every pull. So that's how the odds are stacked, I guess. Okay, hopefully have a game soon. 4 of 8. Like I said, there has been the endless queue bug happening quite a bit. And sometimes you can just restart your client and it goes away. Other times you've got to restart the whole computer. A little bit frustrating. Yeah, that hurts. Surfer Dude, the alpha discs were not cheap. I just don't buy the alphas. I think I did it once in wave 3, and I'm like, I got like a Tatapy or something, and a tier 0. I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying any more alphas. They're worth the same points as a regular. I don't think they'll ever be worth anything just because they've got a little alpha dash on them. So overrated, if you ask me. In other news, I managed to make the top 10 for the gauntlet rewards. So, had to play 30-something games in the week in order to hold that 10th position. We'll see if we can do it again this week. I do have a pretty freed up weekend, so I might get a few games in over the weekend. As long as we can finish in the top 2 for most of those games, we've got a chance. Some of the players in the top 10 have already hit, 90 plus games, so it's pretty hard to keep up with them if you're not playing all the time. But we will try. There was a good interview with Kieran Warwick from Icy Gaming. I think it was on X only. You won't find it on YouTube, so worth checking that one out if you haven't seen it yet. Spoke about the state of the market, what's happening in Illuvium next. He spoke quite a bit about the deathmatch mode and runway and all kinds of things. Definitely check that out if you've got time. Icy Gaming.
People fail to pass the test, holding out for a last chance, the heart to relax. One more light to take me, and I hope that you won't try, 'cause I don't wanna know if I get out.
Here we go. Axel, so he's a top 2 player. Shelma from Monarch, I don't know that player. Fox Spirit, so we've got 2 of the best players in the game. I think number 1 and 2 in the same game. This will be a tough one. Let's see if we can give them a run for their money. But I'm guessing they've already worked this patch out. Not only good players, but just insanely powerful alluvials. So it makes it tough to beat them. And being that they're both in the same lobby, they're going to go as hard as they can at one another, I'd say. So we want to finish 3rd or 2nd if we can. We'll go for 1st, of course, but got to be realistic.
Must be something
Let's have a look at Fox. Level 51 Doka. Very good stats. 41 Flish. Very good stats also. But I've got a Lynx and he doesn't, so maybe we've got a chance. I think we got him in the first round. The power of the Lynx. A little bit of luck on my side there. Sorry, Fox.
pretty close to heaven now. Moments of euphoria. I am never
Oh, Axel now too. Let's try Toxic Templar. I haven't really knuckled down on this build. We'll see if we can get it working. Toxic Templar. We've got the staff, so we just need a Scorpion. This is an interesting battle. It's going to come down to overtime, I think. Oh, and I got him. Yeah, I think I'm having problems again, Surfer Dude, sorry. I'll persist for one game, and if it's still happening, I'll bail on it. Sort of sucks when this happens.